Right, so now we just have to tap that little pin out. Okay, hopefully it hasn't gone too far. Yeah, it has moved. There you go. And now we can just pull that out completely with a bit of luck. There you go, there's the pin out. If we take this, we can pull it all out together. There is a spring on there. As we pull it out, the cam will stay in there. There you go. You have a little O-ring on there. And there's the cam. And you've got the piston in there, which moves backwards and forwards like so. That's what causes the actual pumping of the oil, by that piston moving backwards and forwards. I'm going to have to take that out. Yeah, looks quite a decent pump actually. It does. Right, so that's the spindle taken out. So you'll have to excuse my talking because I'm not a professional at this. There you go. So that's the whole pump taken apart now. I do a lot of thinking while I'm talking, so I get a little bit confused sometimes. Alright, here we go. So I can show you exactly how it works now. So obviously, that's what I'm going to call a piston, or the pump piston, moves backwards and forwards inside the casing, and that's what pushes the oil out. So oil comes in, pushes it out, oil comes in, pushes it out, okay? But at the same time it closes the feed before it pushes, okay? In this end you've got the cap, the spring and the plunger. That fits onto the end of the piston, and the spring keeps pushing that piston back. So every time it's pushed forward, the spring pushes it back, so it maintains the pressure on it at all times. Now, as the pump or the piston is moving backwards and forwards inside, it's spinning at the same time from the spindle here that goes down onto the engine motor. Okay, so it's spinning all the time. This piece engages in there, into those splines, and it spins. Now what makes this piston move forward is the little left-hand threaded bolt. You see how it's got troughs and peaks all the way around. It's like a little skirt. This bolt is fixed in here, so it's solid, and that little ring follows the line of the piston, hence moving it backwards and forwards, or moving it forwards. So when it gets forwards, it's got to come backwards. The spring here and the plunger push the piston backwards. So you've got that moving it forward and the spring and plunger pushing it backwards. Okay, so you've got quite a bit of movement there, and that bit of movement there is for maximum oil feed. Now this cam, which is fitted backwards, this one on mine here that I'm doing, it was fitted like this. So what happens when the lever is pushed forward, the cam pushes that forward. Okay, and this is wrong how this works. So when you're doing maximum revs on the engine, you're going to get minimum pump feed or oil feed, because your plunger is, your piston is going to be pushed too far forward. What you need is a plunger should be fitted, sorry, the cam should be fitted so it is facing it. So when you actually, sorry, so when it's, I'm getting confused now. So when you are actually in low revs, idling, this cam here actually pushes this forward, so you just get a minimum amount of pump pressure of feed. When you do maximum revs, or you start using that throttle, this should drop away. This drops away here, so you then allow the piston to move back a bit further. So each time you move this lever forward, the piston drops back, so you then get that maximum oil feed again. So that's basically how it works, and there's not a lot to go wrong with it. The only thing is when people put cams on the wrong way. So I'll put it back together now. I hope that was of some help, but it's pretty basic really. Okay, thank you for watching.